Welcome to this track guide for F1 Drive London. This circuit and these karts are unlike anything else in the UK, and in this video I'm going to show you how to get the best out of the ERS and DRS systems, as well as how to drive the circuit in the fastest way possible. On the steering wheel you have a green DRS button, which gives you a power boost when you're within 1 second of the kart in front in 2 predefined DRS zones on the circuit. There's also an ERS, or Energy Recovery System button, which can be used for around a 5-second boost once recharged to 100%. And using these tools at the right time is crucial for a fast lap time at F1 Drive London. In this video, we're going to run through the lap 3 times. First, to show you the best points to use the DRS and ERS systems. Then, we're going to look at racing lines, where to stay full throttle and where to brake. And finally, we'll tie it all together with a full speed run. So let's get started. As we begin the first of our 3 laps, we're catching another car into the last couple of corners. This means we're going to be within 1 second in the DRS zone, so pressing the green button gives me a power boost across the start line. It's important to be ready to press the button as soon as you enter the zone, so you get maximum benefit all the way through the DRS zone. So now we cross the start line to begin our flying lap. This was recorded during a race session, so we only get to use the DRS if we're within 1 second of the kart in front. As we head into turn 2, I'm getting ready to press the ERS button, because I want maximum benefit from the acceleration out of these tight corners. There's less benefit to using the ERS on a long straight, because the kart reaches its peak speed quite early and then plateaus. You can see here we've already depleted the ERS system, so won't get to use it again until it's fully recharged. In these next few corners, we don't have the benefit of any additional energy recovery system or DRS, so we'll focus on how to make the most of this section in the next part of the video. We're now approaching the second DRS zone, and if we were near to another kart we could make the most of it, but unfortunately on this lap, since this was a race session, I wasn't able to use that extra boost. But as we now approach the end of the lap, you can see our ERS is nearly fully charged again, and once it hits 100% we can press that blue button and get an extra boost to finish the lap. As with the previous ERS use, I want to use it out of the tight corners to help accelerate the kart up to its top speed, rather than wasting it on a long straight when we're already near the top speed. On this particular lap, the ERS was recharged just as we left the final corner, giving me a final boost across the line and getting the fastest time of the session. So now let's look at how to drive the track with the ideal lines and braking points. As with most indoor circuits, it's important to take the shortest lines possible. So like at turn 1 here, you're going to see me attempt to drive the shortest distance possible while still achieving clean apexes and getting the kart rotated through the middle of the corners. Here, for example, into turn 2, it's not necessary to use all of the track on the entry. Covering a shorter distance is the best compromise, and the kart still easily makes the turn on the desired line. Your focus here should be to maintain a tight, clean apex and get a good exit from the final corner onto the long, fast section. So now we hurtle towards one of the only braking points on the track, and we want to take the shortest possible line between the right and left apexes, braking between the two very briefly. This very slight tap on the brakes, which happens about now, just helps to keep the nose in and allows you to stay tight to the barrier on the inside here in this crucial twisty section of the track. Without that, you'll likely run deep on the exit and compromise your line through the next section. As with other parts of the lap, it's important to take the shortest lines possible while still achieving adequate rotation into each corner so you can take each apex cleanly. Here's another example of where it would be unnecessary to run any wider than this, because it's still easily possible to make both of the next apexes whilst covering less distance. I very briefly lift off the throttle to keep the nose tight in the right-hander, and then it's full throttle through the whole of the next section. Once again, in this fast right-hander, there's absolutely no need to cover any more ground than this. We've easily opened up the corner enough to take it at full throttle here without any significant front tyre scrub. So just 2 hairpins and a flat out right-hander to go. This is the hardest braking point on the track, but it's still brief, just enough to keep the nose tight to the inside in the first hairpin without running wide and compromising our entry into the final hairpin, where it's also crucial to hit the apex to get a fast blast onto the pit straight. And as we leave this corner, you're going to see me take a slightly different line to the last time. Since we had 2 purple sectors showing on the dashboard and I knew this was a fast lap, we take the shortest possible distance to the finish line to ensure no meters are wasted. So finally onto the third run, this time with no commentary or music, so you can see a realistic lap at full speed. So there you have it. Now you know how to drive the fastest possible lap of F1 Drive London. The lap you've been watching in this video is the third fastest lap ever recorded at the track, and this was my first drive of the circuit, so I'm sure we can go a lot quicker next time. If you've been to the track, please post your fastest time or any tips you have in the comments below, and if you enjoyed this video, please consider liking it and subscribing to the channel. And why not check out some of these other great videos while you're here. Thanks for watching and see you next time.